After leaving a big and respected position, he didn't write a memoir, he didn't give interviews, he didn't chase the spotlight. Instead, he returned to a modest home, tucked away in the hills of Vermont. There, he spent his days tending a garden, reading old books, avoiding headlines. Neighbors said he was polite, kind, but distant. Most people thought he had just faded away. But the real story? He had turned his back on everything the world told him he should want: fame, power, being known, and it wasn't a sad ending, it was a choice. He was born on the 4th of July in 1872 in Vermont, on the family farm, and right next to that farmhouse sat a small country store. As a boy, he stacked apples, counted coins, swept wooden floors, and helped his father take care of both the land and the ledger. But childhood didn't last long. Tragedy came early. His mother passed away when he was just 12. Tuberculosis, they said. And then, a few years later, his sister Abigail gone too. Only 15. Those losses, they didn't make him loud. They made him still, quiet, careful, and very aware of what really matters. He would leave that small village, driven by a quiet ambition, following a path that would lead him far beyond those hills. Not far from where he once lived, there were 2 homes, 2 lawns. From the road, one looked bright green, full and perfect. The other, patchy, uneven, fading at the edges. People passing by would whisper, "That guy should do what his neighbor's doing. He must be lazy or just doesn't care." But what they didn't see was that the lush yard was sprayed, seeded, and made to look flawless because of all the attention it got. And the patchy one? It was getting better after a tough winter, and quietly growing stronger beneath the ground. What we wish for is almost always what we don't truly understand. But we don't just do this with yards. We do it with jobs, with friendships, with our lives. Studies consistently show that always comparing ourselves to others is strongly linked to feeling sad and unhappy, because when we see someone else's lawn, we don't see the sprinkler system or the weeds hidden under the edge. We see what we want to believe, that they have it easier, that their grass is greener, because life gave them better soil. But greener grass isn't about luck. It's about how close you look and what you choose to see. Sometimes the greener grass hides a terrible problem. Imagine a man at the top of what seemed like a perfect and important life. But even in that life that looked so perfect, a deep sadness took hold. An unthinkable loss happened. His youngest son, just 16 years old, died suddenly from a serious infection, sadly caught from a simple blister while playing tennis. A father's worst nightmare. This small injury led to a sickness that took his life in mere days. This huge loss broke his spirit. People who knew him well say a deep and lasting sadness stayed with him, from which he never fully recovered. He would later write about this terrible event, saying that if things in his life had been different, this sad accident might never have occurred. Still, that feeling, to compare, to want what others have, it didn't start with what we see online. It started long before that. Thousands of years ago, comparing wasn't just normal, it was a way to stay alive. If your neighbor had more food, better shelter, or stronger tools, you paid attention, not because you were jealous, but to survive. In those days, noticing someone else's success might have helped you feed your family, or stay safe, or learn faster. But today, that old warning system in our brains still turns on. Only now we're comparing calendars, kitchens, careers, and worst of all, meaning. The human brain hasn't gotten a new update, but the world has changed, and so has the price of constant comparison. But the real danger isn't that we want what others have. It's that we stop taking care of our own grass. The truth is, the grass is greener because you're not the one standing on it. You don't see the bills they pay, the things they gave up, the pressure to keep it all looking good. You just see the good parts through a window and imagine how nice it must be. But the closer you get, you notice the weeds, the brown spots, the rot behind the pretty flowers. It's not greener because it's better. It's greener because you're not the one doing the work. But there are rare people who see this clearly, who understood that more doesn't always mean better, and chose something else completely. Remember the man we met at the beginning? The one who walked away from power and disappeared into quiet hills? He didn't vanish because he lost. He left because he won, on his own terms. After leading a whole nation through good times and going through unbelievable private sadness, he did what almost no one does. He said, "That's enough." He didn't run again, didn't chase more, didn't try to be better than himself. He went home, to read, to walk, to be still. That man was Calvin Coolidge, the 30th President of the United States, a man who could have had anything but chose peace over praise. He understood the huge price of a very public life, shown in his own powerful words, because he understood. The grass only grows where you water it, and sometimes the richest soil is the one you've already been standing on all along. And that's the truth of the story. If you found yourself nodding during this, wondering how to find clarity in your own life, the next video is just for you.